I'm Julie Arkell and this is my workroom, and I'm home today like we all are, and I love saints, and I just wanted to point out today, the 8th of April, is actually Saint Julie, which I'm kind of amazed about because I didn't think such a thing existed. This is where I do the papier-mâché here, and these are my creatures kind of on their way to being covered in different forms. These ones, whoops, they get stuck to the table. Our walls at home are very crumbly, so some have been redone, but to not have to go through the whole thing of redoing the plaster, I've papier-mâchéed the walls. So I have lots of articles I collect, or pictures, or things I write, I stick up on the wall. I've always loved to work this way, surrounded by lots of things and making. And I do very much like things out to be seen all the time. All my shelves in my studio are very visual. I lived about 9 miles from where I live now in a Barnet, a suburb of London. And we lived opposite a park. It was a very suburban house. My mother was a fantastic maker. I remember once she made me a little dress exactly like her big dress, and I was really thrilled with that. And she made all my dolls' clothes and things, like packaged them up like you'd buy them in the shop. She had a funny old knitting machine, a pass-up knitting machine that she made our kind of school jumpers on. It made quite a lot of noise, I remember. Holidays were really, really important in our family. For the first 7 years of my life, we went to this really wonderful holiday camp in North Devon called Croy Bay. I'd do flower arranging competitions and building sandcastles and making things from things you found. And so that's when it started, and I absolutely loved it there, and I think that had a huge influence on my life. There's a really old book I've got that heaven knows how old I was when I did it, but it has like things I liked at the time, and it has a picture of my father and mother and the Beatles, and then I've hand stitched the spine together. I went through a whole phase of being besotted about stitching postcards, finding and adding to them or taking them further. And I still absolutely love stitching with wool onto paper. And the one I'm working on at the moment is this postcard of, I don't know, what is it? I never liked school. In fact, I really hated school. And the making was always there, and it was the one thing I could do and I got praise for. So I think you go to the things that you're kind of, that you get some pats on the back for. I started the papier-mâchéing, I guess, in about 1984. I just fell in love with the medium because it seemed like you could just do anything with it. I really like knitting bodysuits for my creatures, like this one here I'm working on at the moment. Come closer and see like the bit of stitching I've got going here. You can see it's very fine wool. This is one I've already finished. You can see it's called On Bird Watch. I'd heard rumours that there was going to be a wool shop in Islington, and I was just so overjoyed. I wanted to find a way that I could work there, and I came up with the idea of making a creature, and people could dress the creature in a day. And Susan was really liked the idea, so that was the beginning. So I do about 3 or 4 classes a year now. And then when Susan moved to Camden Passage, she asked me if I would do the window for the opening. So that was all really wonderful, and I've just constantly made creatures that I take to her to sell, and I just really, really like having them in loop. It's my interpreting the world or making sense of the world, or sometimes even making another world where I feel kind of safer or makes me laugh. I think I often do things that make me laugh. It's a making life, and I really love it.